We're here at Springfield Evans Field. It's a home of the Springfield South. And I tell you what, they did a renovation on this stadium, put about $2 million in it. And for a high school facilities, it sure is great.
Zeke, I just want to say something to Gary sitting at home, or not, I'm sorry, sitting in the hospital. Martin's not doing it this year there, Gary, and this is Darby. Go ahead, Zeke.
We got London coming in here 11-0 after a fine win last week in the first rounds of the playoffs, beating Hillsborough 49-21. Playing a team out of the Cincinnati area, Hamilton Badin, which knocked off Hamilton Ross last week, 28-0. We look for a pretty good defensive ball game tonight. Here at the Springfield South High School Field, Evans Field, home of the Wildcats, to watch a second game of the playoffs. We got London kicking to Hamilton Badin. That's the Hamilton Badin Rams. So we got Clark Tobin on for the kickoff. Darby, I look for a little bit of defense tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, Zeke, it's kind of hard, you know, Hamilton Badin being out of Cincinnati, we don't get too much word on them. But through some of the crosstalk and trying to get some information on them, it seems like they're based, their main strength there on their team is their defense.
I'm looking out there on the field at their kickoff team, and they look like a group of athletes. I don't see many big guys out there, but they look like a group of athletes. Yeah, this is an awful big game here. The winner of this gets to go on and play the winner of the Clyde Oak Harbor game.
Well, Tobin's got the wind at his back here, so you can look for this one to hit the end zone there, Zeke.
I hope he does get the kickoff. Yeah, he got underneath that ball.
Yeah.
Okay, they're taking it right up the middle.
And there it is.
We got Clark Tobin.
Just Tobin. He didn't take the right angle at him. Look out. Clark got him. There's their speedster, number 1, Clark.
Roger Clark had to come from behind. That was a run back of, well, they're going to take the ball over on London's 15-yard line. I know what, he broke out up the middle, Darby, and it was Katie bar the door.
That's right.
The kicker slowed him down enough for Roger to catch up with him. I guess that's what your kicker's supposed to do. Well, you got London on defense now, and like I said, Badin's going to have that ball on London's 15-yard line. London's going to have to buckle down. We'll give you that defensive line up here in a second. We got London shifting. They're in a 6-man front. They're just giving that ball to fullback up the middle. You got Noble coming up on that, Dusty Hubbard, and Brad Ruthford in on that tackle.
Zeke, let me try to give you this lineup here. I'm not going to use a chart here because I keep messing it up. I got number 51 Hubbard, number 50 Noble, number 14 Sean Kahn, number 25 is, I think it's Dorn, isn't it? Number 35 is...
Hey, we're just running that power. DJ Jackson made a nice one-hand stop in there in the middle. You know, that was that T formation, and they just run a power left is what it was. That's what Coach Bolish used to drum in us all the time, that old power play.
Number 35, Dowler. Number 32, Harris. We got number 34, DJ Jackson in there also.
We got Ron Myers in there. Ty Dowler. Yeah, we got motion left. He just crossed by.
Fumble! It's London's ball!
London's football.
Who come up with that there, Zeke? Can't tell.
DJ Jackson looks
DJ
like.
Jackson.
I think DJ come up. You know what it was? They were running a little reverse on that play, and it just wasn't a very good handoff, and the kid laid it out on the carpet.
Well, you know, Zeke, not only that, we've had a lot of rain here, and that field has got to be soaked by now. It's cold, and it's wet, and that causes fumbles.
Well, you know, Darby, that's something you got to practice all week. And they weren't even close enough together to make a handoff. That's why the fumble was caused. Then you got London taking over, and they're just running Teal up the middle. He might have picked up 2 yards, yard and a half. We'll have Darby give you that starting offensive lineman here.
Okay, we got at center, number 59, Myers. At left guard, number 74, Rutherford. At right guard, number 54, Fincham. At right tackle, number 76, Shadgood. At left tackle, number 72, Maxwell. And at end, number 81, Drew Dwyer.
Hey, you got a slot formation to the right with Alexander split wide, and they're just running Harris up the middle. Mike did his best to get a couple of yards there. It's going to bring up about 6, or third down and about 6. Go ahead, Darby, with the rest of that lineup.
Okay, we have wide receivers, number 4, Alexander, and number 7, Tyler Hamilton. Also the tight end when they go to 2 tight ends, number 50, Noble. At fullback, number 21, Brad Teal. At halfback, number 32, Mike Harris. And at quarterback, number 14, Sean Khan.
Okay, we got double wide out with a slot over on the right side, Hamilton and Alexander. He's got Dwyer open.
Oh.
He just, at that time, he had Dwyer open. You know, on the other side of the field where you had Jared Alexander and Hamilton lined up, you only had 1 defensive back over there. Over here where Dwyer was lined up, you had 3 guys on him.
You know, if you're going to beat this London team, you're going to, you know, we've seen this week and week in and out. They don't respect Drew Dwyer, and he hurt him last week.
Right.
He had,
you know, but I'm sure Badin's watched those films because they had 3 guys on him. Dwyer takes a high snap. He gets it off. It's a line drive kick. All right, he got a good kickoff. Got a nice roll. Tyler Hamilton down that ball on
34-yard line.
Badin's 34-yard line. You know, that was a high snap there. Drew made a nice catch on that and got it off between 2 rushers.
Right.
Now we get to see what London can do when they've got Badin back in their own territory. Hey, you got Brad Rutherford coming off the field and Myers coming in there at tackle. You got Badin in that T formation with the 2 tight ends, and they're just running a little cross buck for no gain.
Good job.
You got number 35, Ty Dowler, coming up out of there. Dusty Hubbard, Shad Good.
You know, at the first part of the season, London had that trouble with that inside run, and I think a lot of that, what has helped London is they've moved Drew Dwyer around a lot. They send him up the middle, they put him on the ends, they put him on the tackles, and he caused a lot of confusion on that offensive line.
Right. You got a same T formation, and he's going back to pass. He's going back to pass. Little screen pass. He didn't have it. He didn't have it. Incomplete. Incomplete. We got a penalty flag in the backfield. I don't know what they got, but they got a penalty flag in the backfield. We're going to have to let the official short that up. You know, that was a nice pass, and the receiver had it until he went outside. We got holding against Badin. We'll just see how London takes this. Because if they decline it, it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12. If they take it, it's going to bring up 2nd down and probably 25, the way I see it. Yeah, London's going to take the penalty.
Here comes the rain there, Zeke, and it's really coming down now.
You know, the thing of it is, we're sitting in this new renovated stadium. We're in a press box that would make any sportscaster look at us in envy.
They sure have some nice facilities here, that's for sure.
Hey, it's going to bring up 2nd down and looks like about 27, Darby. Actually, they got 28 on the scoreboard. It's a pass. It's a pass. We got a sack.
Oh,
sack.
almost a safety.
54.
That's
Fincham. Adam Fincham with a sack down on the 3-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down.
In a month.
And we're going to take it. They got this real nice scoreboard over here, but they're not keeping up with us. Let's get the yards to go on that scoreboard.
Looks like about 42 there, Zeke.
Yeah, I tell you what, he was dropped back in that pocket that time and had a pocket but he kind of drifted to the left on the outside, and our guy was out there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 47. I would look for a run up the middle. I don't think they're going to try anything too fancy. There you go.
That's what they do.
Nice stop. Nice stop. Dusty Hubbard. Dusty, nice tackle, buddy.
You know, Zeke, this is what they needed. You know, in this kind of weather, you need the field position, and that's what they're going to get right here. They just buried them deep. I would look for them to come after this one and go ahead and let that, and not try to return.
I'll tell you what.
And I could be wrong again.
6 points or two points right now is a plus. I mean, if you can get on the scoreboard first in a game like this, it's a big plus. You got the punt block specialist out there, Roger Clerk, and he's going for it. Okay, it's going to be a short kick. I hope London just stays away from it. Yeah, yep. Okay, London did a good job that time of not going after it. London's going to take that ball over on Badin's 37-yard line.
You know, Zeke, even if where that ball landed, that wasn't even for a first down. That was a 3rd and 4th and long.
Well, when they took over that ball, Darby, they took it over on the 34-yard line, and the punt only went to the 38-yard line. So actually, it's a net gain of 4 yards. I mean, in the statistics, they're going to give him a 35-yard kick, but actually it was only a gain of 4 yards on the exchange. All right, London's in a I formation with a slot back. He's in motion coming this way, and they're. All right, Mike's popped outside. Turn on your speed, Michael. Turn on your speed.
There it is.
Turn up that corner, Mike. Good run, Mike Harris.
You know, Zeke, let me point out something, because we've seen these mistakes all year, but Drew Dwyer, he didn't make the mistake. He had a person in front of him that he was going after Mike Harris, and he let him go. He didn't try to block him, push him, or anything. And that's what they've been doing all year, and that's a good job by Drew to let that go.
You know, Mike got hit going up the middle and bounced here to the left side and picked up 9 yards on that carry. Going to bring up 2nd down and 1. You got a split here to the left, Alexander, and he just give it to Teal up the middle. And the tank picked up that 1st down. Looked real good. Looked real good. London has that on Badin's 27-yard line right now.
1st down.
That's London's first down of the ball game. I hope there's many more to come.
No, Zeke, I think that's the 1st down for anybody right now, isn't it?
Yeah, the first down for anybody. The only thing Badin did was go backwards. Yeah, Badin's got a pretty fair-sized team over there, but they still don't match up with London. London's offensive line is one of the biggest in Central Ohio. You got a little pitch out to Harris. If he gets a good block here, Mike should have just took that on outside. Yep. He slowed down. In the middle of the field there, it looks real wet and muddy, Darby. If he'd have sprinted that to the outside, I think he'd have done a lot better.
We've seen Mike, when he does turn on the wheels, we've seen him blow a couple people away.
That was a loss of 2 yards. You know, we watched there in that first series of down, London had the football, and when they sprinted Dwyer out deep, it had our 2 wideouts on that one side with one guy guarding them, and I'm sure the coaches in the booth farther down noticed that. I formation. He just gave it to Harris, and Harris almost lost that football. He got back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. You know, we got the wind behind our back here, Darby.
And they're right now in Tobin's range. I think he hit one for about 40 last week, isn't that right?
Yeah, he came through with a nice kick there last week. You got the rain just pouring down now. I mean, it's coming down so hard. All we see down in front of us is umbrellas. Okay, you got Tyler Hamilton split out wide to the right and Jared Alexander here to the left. We got him dropping back. Dwyer up the middle. Oh, he's got it! He's got it! Go straight! Go straight! He should have just turned that up the field. Hopefully he's got enough for that 1st down.
Drew with great concentration there. He almost dropped that ball, what, twice?
I'll tell you what, it hit him, went up in the air, and he caught it again and jumped it up in the air again. And that was kind of like that first pass that went to him last week where it bounced off of him. Then as the game went on, he was making them hard catches look easy.
Yep.
They got a measurement coming out here.
You know, and Sean Kahn almost fell down when he went back. It's really slick out there.
First down, London. You know, I was yelling for him to turn it upfield there because he had a little crease there. I think he could have made it up, but he did his best, and he got that first down.
That's right.
You know, this is really miserable on everybody, Darby, because you got the ball boys over there with the towels. They got to be on top of trying to keep them ball dry. Yep. The officials have got to try to keep the ball dry when they got it out in the middle of the field. Yeah, we got the two wideout guys again in I formation. He just given it to Harris. Mike does his best to get about 3 yards out of that.
Right. You know, the last two games that we played there, Zeke, Hillsborough and here Hamilton-Badin played the run pretty well defensively.
Well, you know, if you watch London's films and read the paper, you know who the big gun is. Last week, Sean Kahn come out and did put on a nice passing performance, which got him the Player of the Week in Central Ohio in the Dispatch. Sean, you did a real fine job last week at quarterback, and we really appreciate you. We got Harris going right straight up the middle. He's still moving. He's still moving. It's going to bring. He's going to be third down and approximately 4 for a first down. You know, Darby, I haven't seen anything in this series right here, the last two plays, anything outside. It's been straight up the middle.
Right.
You know, I think Coach D is thinking, let's try to get the points any way we can. You know, if we got to keep it in the middle of the field for Clark Tobin, let's do it. Or if Mike breaks it or Teal breaks it up the middle, more power to him.
You know, I think a lot of it has to be that going around the outside, you're going to have to cut sooner or later, and it looks really slick out there.
Oh, it is nasty. It is nasty. Little cross buck to Mike. No gain. No gain.
And you're going to see Tobin. Here he comes.
Yep.
The toe.
I'll tell you what, this rain's coming down harder than it ever did last week. And hey, Gary, I just want to tell you, you ought to see the box we're in this week. I'll tell you what, he's coming down so hard. You know, this has to be a good placement. It snapped. Kahn's got it. It's up. It looks like it's right straight down the middle. No good.
Oh,
no good.
Man.
Off to the left. I'll tell you what, the official was right on that. It went off to the left. Okay, well, Badin dodged the bullet that time.
You know, Tobin, he's 6 out of 10 for field goals this year.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he had the distance on that, but he was just a little bit wide to the left. That thing couldn't have been too far wide because that official was looking straight up at it. Okay, it's going to put Badin on defense here. They're coming out in that straight T backfield with the two tight end package. And he's just running the power off of this side. Nice tackle.
Good tackle there by Mike Harris.
By Mike Harris, yeah. Gain of about 7 yards there.
Looks like they're running that dreaded off tackle again there, Zeke.
You know, like I said, that's the same play we used to run in high school, and we called it the power play when I was in high school. You have the offensive end on that side and the tackle on that side double teaming the defensive tackle, and that leaves your two free backs open to hit that defensive end.
Right.
Coach Bolus, you'd be proud of that, buddy. We're still in that T formation. I'm pretty sure they don't think they ought to change it. First down, Badin.
And that's Badin's first down.
Tackle by Jason Noble. Yep, Badin just, with 1:14 left to go in the first quarter, Badin just got their first down. Hey, we talked about this going to be a defensive struggle tonight, we thought. And with this weather, I can't see it being any other way.
It's miserable out there, that's for sure.
Tell you what, I'm glad we're where we're at. A crossbuck, and brought down by...
like DJ Jackson again.
Good call there, Darby. You know one thing about London's defensive line, Coach Dobmeyer and Coach Emmets have changed personnel in there from the beginning of the year. And you got Jackson in there with a little bit more speed, and you got some of the bigger bodies in there. Dusty Hubbard has won him a starting spot in there.
And they seem like they almost change from week to week depending on who they're playing.
Hey, we got a little jump pass. Big tight end. I'll tell you what, that play was slow developing.
Right.
That's designed for a quick hit. As soon as it comes off the line of scrimmage.
Drew Dwyer went to put his hands up, and it looked like he was a little early, and then he put his hands down, and that's when he threw the football.
Yeah, that quarterback did a little pump fake there and let the guy come open. That's another first down. That's going to give Badin the ball on London's 48-yard line. They're not doing anything fancy. They're just playing basic football here. We got two wide guys, one on each side, and a lone fullback motion coming this way. Fullback straight up the middle. Pete Robinson on that tackle.
You know, in Hamilton Badin right now, they ain't doing nothing fancy. They're just coming right at the London interior line.
That's the end of the first quarter. Badin 0, London 0. Well, you're going to have Badin taking the football on London's 41-yard line with the start of the second quarter. Badin's in that T formation. London's up pretty close on the line. They're just run that halfback off of the first down. Actually, that was a fullback off of that side. Pete Robinson on that tag.
London look defensively. They look a little back on their heels right now, Zeke. They don't seem to have a lot of spunk like they did last week.
Well, the thing of it is, you got Badin coming out, and they're blocking extremely well up on that front line. And with the weather the way it is, man, you take a whipping when you're out there in this rain. Okay, London's got a 7-man front up there right now, trying to stop this run. Yeah. One man to make a stop. First down. He just jumped over Sean Kahn out there.
Pete Robinson put a nice pop on him there at the end of that run.
Pete Robinson and Jason Noble out there. You know, we've called Pete Robinson's name quite a bit tonight. Yeah, we're going to have to put a stop on here. That gives Badin first down on London's 26-yard line.
London needs to have that famous bend but don't break defense that they've had.
Yeah, we got to turn him back here. You know, they're just running off tackle. I think they got London back on their heels right now. Power play. Yep, power play. Stretched it out. Tackle by Dwyer. There's a gain of 6 yards. And that number 13 for Badin took off his helmet there, and he's got longer hair than I do.
Looks like he possibly might have a contact or something
I
loose
don't
there,
know.
Zeke.
It looks like he's messing with either an eye or a nose there. We got an official's timeout. All right, that's going to start the clock again with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Badin has that ball on London's 19-yard line. Excuse me, 20-yard line. That rain's doing nothing but coming straight down, Darby. All right, we're going to run the halfback off of this.
Oh, good tackle.
Nice tackle by Jason Noble.
He just submarined him there, Zeke. Took him right off his feet.
You know, we're sitting here in this fine stadium. They've even got sponsors. They've got RC Cola, 7-Up, Monty Zinn, Kroger, Clark State, and Little Caesars Pizza. They've got sponsors for this field. That ought to give London some ideas. Badin's in a T formation. Third down and about 3. They're running that halfback off that side. We got to get a leg on him. Mike Harris come up and made a stop after the first down was picked up. Going to bring up first down and 12. Or excuse me, on the 12-yard line. A first down on the 12-yard line. They can still get a first down. I think Badin's going to stay in that T formation until London designs something to stop them. Fullback up the middle. They're either giving that ball to the trailing halfback or giving it to the fullback. Well, they got that fullback for Badin, number 44, at 5'10" and 170 pounds. He looks a little bit bigger than that from up here.
And I think this is the first time a team's run this formation, basic as it is, on London all year.
Yeah, they're just running it off that side. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown, Badin. And that just come off the right side there. They just blew a hole in there real big.
Right.
London had not enough men over there to make the stop. You know, I'm looking here at Badin's roster, and that quarterback is 6'3" and 205. He's the biggest guy in the backfield. Good. Extra point was good. With 9:19 left to go in the second quarter. Badin 7, the Red Raiders 0.
You know, Zeke, we said it all year, but we've seen London do it a few times. They did it last week. The best way to get the momentum right back on your side is just to take this ball back down there and score, and they did it last week.
Well, you know, with 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter, we got plenty of time. You know, the only factor right now is the field conditions and the weather. You know, whether we can break one. But, you know, we got plenty of time, 7-0. That doesn't stop you. You got to score a touchdown to win this game anyway. You know, London's got a fine turnout here tonight. Even though the weather is this bad, London's got the stands filled. Okay, you got Harris and Jackson back deep. Nathan Dorn, Ty Dowler, Brent North. And Josh Burns in the second line. Badin's getting ready to kick off. We got a sidewinder here. He kicked that extra point real well. He's just taking it right up the middle, a little short kick. Harris has got it, and they've just got to return up the middle.
And Harris just bowled over a couple people.
Mike picked that ball up on about the 15-yard line and took it back to the 41. And the guy's still on top of Mike. Now he's starting to get up. You know, we got nice field position here. We got an official's timeout. We got number 25 over on Badin with some equipment trouble. Okay, we got a wide out to each side. Teal and Harris in the backfield. Kahn under center. He takes a snap. He's just rolling this way.
For the football.
And that was a late hit. No penalty on that play, but that was a late hit. They drug him out of bounds about 4 yards and then threw him down the mud. Sean did the right thing. He didn't have anybody open, and he just held on his football. He took a loss of about 5 yards there, though. You got mud all in Kahn's mouthpiece and everything there. Yeah, the clock stopped since Sean got out of bounds there.
You know, Zeke, there ain't nothing worse than to go back, put your mouthpiece in your mouth, and crunch down on a bunch of dirt.
You know, the thing of it is, in high school, Darby, it's mandatory that you have that mouthpiece in. So there's no way of getting around that. We got a wide out to both sides. He's just running Harris up the middle.
And there he is.
Mike's got one moving. That was that defensive back. He also plays tight end. He goes about 6'3" and about 215. He come up and made a nice stop on Mike. Mike picked up a good part of 12 yards, 13 yards on that carry.
And that's the running game that we've seen London have this year, and they need to get it together this game right here if they're going to win this ball game.
Going to bring up third down and approximately 2 yards. Got double wide out to the left. And just giving it to Harris. Just give it first down, Mike. Hold on to the football, Mike. Good job. Good job. going to say, Darby, if you block, you'll pick up your yardage.
That's
Michael gets you the yardage if you block. We got Brent North wide out to the left side of the field, and Gerald Alexander coming over here towards the home side of the field. Fumble. Badin recovered. It was just a miss handoff.
Well, Brad Teal had slipped, and he was falling down, and Sean Kahn tried to give him the football, didn't see that he fell, and he didn't get the football.
We'd like to announce that there are ponchos for sale at the home concession stand. There are ponchos on sale at the home concession stand.
Badin's going to take that ball over on their own 46-yard line. Now London just can't give this to them. They got to put a stop up. Badin's coming with a double wide out to the right side of the field, and they're just running that fullback up the middle, and he just broke a tackle. Pete Robinson just missed him right up at the middle of the line. That's a first down. You know what I see, Darby, is they're changing up right now. They're giving London a different offensive formation, and that's giving London a different looks, and they just still got to watch for that run.
Right.
I don't think Badin's going to go away from running that football.
They're going to throw every look they can at them right now, and they're going to, like you said, I think they're going to keep running the football.
You got a wing out here to the left, and they're just running a crossbuck. Tackle by Jackson, and Noble finished it off. These announcers up here on the field aren't being very lenient on tackles. They're only naming one guy. This is going to bring up second down and 9 3/4.
They come out, they pulled DJ out. Who'd they put in there, Zeke?
You got Brad Rutherford in there in the middle. Shad Good lining up at tackle, and Dusty Hubbard in here. Motion to that side. Pass, just a little slant across the middle. You got a tackle, fellas. It's something that you and I have been talking about all year, Darby, is grabbing material. And I know it's a cold night, a wet night, but tonight you got to have it more than anything.
That's right. And if you do fall down, if you have material, it's so wet out there, they're not going to drag you down the field. They're going to fall down too, slip and fall.
Badin's moving that ball very successfully again, and they have it on the 27-yard line. That T formation, they're going to run that power to that side, and that's what it was. He just powered his way for about 5 yards.
Yeah, that's the ball carrier.
What that T formation does is utilize every ball player to block. They don't have anybody split out wide trying to fake people or anything. It utilizes your 2 offensive backs ahead of the ball carrier and the 2 tight ends, and that's all they do is block. And they're running it back to this side. Ty Dowler stuffed the halfback and popped into the hole and made a nice tackle. Bring up third down and 5.
This is going to be a big third down here for London defensively.
I think right now, with the way this weather's coming down, being they're that far down in London's territory, it's a 2-down situation. I don't look for them to let that, if they don't get it this time, I don't look for them to let that field goal kicker come on the field. Fumble! London! Pick it up.
Dwyer!
Go Dwyer!
Football.
All right. Drew Dwyer picked that ball up on the 22-yard line and returned it to the 48 of Hamilton Badin.
That might have been the spark they needed, Zeke.
I know that you saw the same thing I did, Darby. It looked like he turned around, was looking for somebody to pitch that ball to.
That's right.
This is about where London dropped that ball the first time they had it here, where they fumbled it. So we're going to take over the ball with 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. You got motion coming to the left. Harris up the middle. The motion man there missed that guy in that hole. The linebacker just stepped into that hole and our motion man missed him. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9. You know, we're seeing it. You know, London's had a couple of turnovers, and we've seen a couple of turnovers on Badin so far. And with this weather, you're going to see a lot of turnovers.
You know, Zeke, something I noticed that they need to have a towel on the back of their center so Sean Kahn can wipe his hands off before he takes the snap.
You know, I noticed the same thing, Darby. Mike got the best of what he could get that time. Gain of about a yard, 2 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. No, I don't look for this to be a high-scoring ball game. London's going to have to get some points up there before halftime.
Right now, you know, anything 7, 6, 3. They need to get on the the board.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. London's got a double wide out to the left. I formation.
They go Harris.
And he's just running Harris off of that side.
And Harris, oh!
Late hit. You know, in a high school ball, Darby, when the runner hits the ground, he's down. And he was clearly down when that guy piled on him. And we've seen that quite a bit this year. The officials not calling it. And it's not so much the other team doing it on purpose or anything. But if you get that called on you once or twice, you'll cease to do it. That rain's coming down harder than ever. London has got a 1st down on Badin's 33.
Ooh.
That got tipped at the line. You know, it looks like Kahn is just having trouble holding on that football. Looked like he tried to palm that football and it just slid off his hand. But then it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. We're going to bring up 2nd down and 10 on Badin's 32-yard line. I noticed down there at the flag, Darby, it looks like the wind's died down quite a bit. We do still have a little bit of wind, but it's not like it was at the beginning of the game. Draw play Harris.
Harris got some room.
Nice spin move.
He's got a 1st down, Zeke.
It's going to be awful close. Yeah, the official on the other side of the field's got a 1st down, Darby. Good call, buddy. You were on top of that one real good. We got 3 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter. The ball on Badin's 21-yard line. Clock's moving. Mike's a good runner. He takes short steps when he has to. He picks up the yardage that he can get by those short steps.
Right. Looked like somebody got a face mask in there, Zeke.
You know, I was looking at the scoreboard at that time. They keep flashing the coach's names up there and the player's name up there, and that's just something that maybe London ought to look into, a nice scoreboard like that. We're going to bring up 2nd down and 8. You got Badin with a 5-man front, playing a 52.
Drew, oh!
I'll tell you what, Darby, and you know, I know you like Drew as a receiver, and I like Drew as a receiver, but look back there and see how many defensive backs were on that coverage. You got 4 guys back there playing Drew to wire. These guys have scouted us real well. You know, if you got 4 defensive backs out there and you're playing a 5-2, all that's giving you is 2 linebackers to cover the other 2 wideouts. We gotta think of these things.
You know, Zeke, if Sean Kahn would have got another foot on that football, that was a touchdown, though.
Just giving it to Harris off the right side, or left side, excuse me. He's got a gain, about 3 yards. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4, and Coach Dobmeier's calling a timeout. We got 1:59 left to go in the quarter, and Dave Dobmeier's called a timeout. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5. You know, it's going to give London something to talk about here.
Zeke, what do you run here, do you?
When we got that ball setting on the 13-yard line, You know, that's well within Clark Tobin's range. And it's the ball sitting in the middle of the field. That ball would be placed down. Excuse me, now they've changed it to the 16-yard line. The ball would be set down on the 23-yard line. That would be a 33-yard field goal. You know,
he's also kicking into the winds, and it's slippery out there, and playing his left foot is going to be very hard with that field, with the condition that it's in.
Right. We noticed right where that ball is setting is in the middle of the field, and it's awful muddy in there. I look for London first to try to pull them off sides, Darby.
Look at the split, Zeke.
Okay, we got motion on London. We got illegal procedure on London. You know, he was trying to draw Badin off sides there, and I guess there was some movement on London's side. Okay, that's going to bring up 4th down and 10. And coaches know there's no thought about this one. He's got to do something to pick up 10 yards. Yeah, he had trips over here to the right that time. So it was going to be some kind of pass.
You know, the way they split those, their splits were huge at times. It could almost look like maybe they were going to try a draw of some sort.
Possibly it could have been a draw or that old screen pass that he's fond of. He's got plenty of time.
Go, he's got it. Oh, he's going to be short.
He didn't get it. If he'd have cut down the middle of the field, he'd have had it. Badin made just a real nice defensive stop that time.
But Shauna, he had some room. He did the right thing because he had a lot of room there when he got around that end.
You know, you're out there, and the guy that made the tackle, he probably saw him from 15, 20 yards away at the time, and he probably thought he could put a move on him.
Right.
And instead of cutting back into the middle of the field, he stayed outside, and that guy didn't move. He put a one-on-one, a real nice tackle on Sean.
Almost looked like he was running towards the sticks.
We got to get outside. He's cutting it back. Stiff arm. Nathan Dorn made a nice touchdown-saving tackle. You know, I realize this weather is miserable, and we're up here in this nice booth, but London's not showing any enthusiasm at all like they did last week.
You're right, Zeke. They look real flat right now.
You know, this weather, it takes a lot out of you. I played quite a few games myself in weather like this, and you know, it takes a lot out of you, but still, you're not out of the ball game. 7-0.
Right.
You got to score a point anyway to win this game.
And you lose this one, you go home.
Tackle by Nathan Dorn out here on the right side. The only thing we can hope for right now is that clock keeps on running. Badin's not trying to stop the ball or stop the clock, and I think they have 2 timeouts left. You know, I look for some type of pass, unless they're just trying to run the clock out. And, you know, they haven't stopped the clock, so that's my idea, Darby. They're just going to try to run that ball off tackle and run that clock out.
Good tackle, Pete Robinson.
Good tackle. You know, a possibility we might have saw the last play of the quarter. They do have to run one more. Okay, London's calling a timeout. It's 3rd down and 9. I know what London's going to do. They're going to try to stop this, use their next timeout, and try to block the punt. You know, I packed so many clothes tonight, Darby, after last week. You know, and we're up here in such this real nice booth. I've probably got 4 or 5 pair of socks on and 2 sets of long underwear on, and I'm about ready to die of heat up here.
Well, I seen the suitcase that you brought up here, Zeke.
Yeah, I never pack enough, it seems like. Last week I didn't bring a raincoat. This week I brought it all, and we want to thank Evans Field here for such a fine facilities to play a high school ball game.
Zeke, that wind shifted a little bit here, real quickly like.
Yeah, it looks like that wind's heading to the other side of the field.
Yep.
Okay, we got the T formation. They're just going to run that fullback. Nice
Good
stop.
play by
Another timeout, London.
Drew Dwyer.
Drew Dwyer. Drew Dwyer. All right, London got a timeout with 16 seconds left to go.
Drew Dwyer on the stop.
Okay, we're going to bring the kick block team in. London took a timeout. We're going to get to see Roger Clerk rush this. I know London's going to come hard on this one.
You know, usually when they do that, Zeke, they usually don't have Mike Harris in the back. They got him back there.
Listen to the crowd. Holler Roger.
Yeah, you know, the fans missed Roger last week. They wouldn't put him in on the punt teams and everything like that. The crowd missed him. So we got the crowd chanting Roger's name right now.
The block master.
You know, Roger's just a fine, upstanding young man.
That's right.
We got DJ Jackson White on this side and Roger Clerk on the left side, and that's probably two of your fastest players on the team. Okay, now Mike has fielded this, goes back the other way with him. Mike, okay, he's going to get out of bounds.
Good job.
He's going to let London run one more play here. You know, with the way this footing is on this field, Darby, it's hard to get a good rush.
Right.
You know, I think Roger and DJ got in there as far as they could, and we did have a couple guys up the middle come pretty close, but it's just not a night for getting off the ball real quick. You got a double wide out going out to the left, and then you got Dwyer splitting out here to the right, and he just run Harris up the middle. Hold on to the ball, Mike. That's going to be the end of the first half. Badin 7, London 0.
Red Raider Marching Band. Tonight's show we will feature Long Train, Louie Louie, and the fight song. Please enjoy. back home safely.
The second half here at Springfield Evans Stadium. London set to receive the ball. You know, we just got to put a little sustained drive on here since we're starting out the second half with the football and get us a score on the board.
Zeke all year, London's been more of a second half team. Besides last week when they put together a good first half, but they've been a second half team. This is what they need. They need to come out here. They've played a lot of all four quarters tonight. They're the bigger team. They need to take it to them in the third and fourth quarter.
We've got to get a score up there and even this thing up. And then we can put our defensive team on the field and let them get us a turnover or something like that.
And Zeke, DJ Jackson is back here for this return with Mike Harris.
And you notice, I noticed Jackson has gloves on back there, and Mike's just barehanded and got a little towel on his front there, keeping his hands kind of dry. You got Roger Clerk over here on, excuse me, not Roger Clerk.
Sexton, I do believe, isn't it?
Josh Burns over here with gloves on his hands. Ty Dowler got gloves on his hands. He's just kicking it up the middle, one hop, and nobody knows who wants it. Jackson's going to pick it up on the 5. Just hold on to the football. He's buried. He's buried at around the 5-yard line. That ball just hit the grass and just took off. It went right by Mike.
Russo and Wright on the tackle.
Okay, London's going to start out on their own 6-yard line. We're going to bring up first down and 10 on London 6. You know, the only thing we're looking at right here is a more sustained drive. You gotta hold your blocks longer, and you got to hold on to the ball longer.
And London used to starting deep in their own territory.
Well, we're going to give it to Mike up the middle. They're keying on that middle. Got a gain of about, half a yard, really. He didn't gain much. Now they're bringing Jackson in and taking Tyler Hamilton out. Let's just see if they try to use some of that cross buck action that they've been using in previous games. Well, I'll tell you what, they're putting Jackson at tailback and putting Harris in a slot formation out here to the right, tight end to the left. He's rolling. Incomplete pass.
Good play by Sean Kahn.
You know, if that pass would have been a little bit more, if Teal had been knowing that ball was coming to him, he could have possibly gained some yards because everybody else was going downfield. Sean did a good job of getting rid of that ball. He had a lot of pressure on him that time. He just didn't get any blocking.
Surprised they didn't come back with a similar play and do through it to Teal.
Well, you got third down and about 9.5. Harris standing on the goal line. Hopefully they can get it out of here a little bit if they got a punt. No gain. In fact, I think he might have lost a yard and a half. It's going to bring up fourth down and 12. And London and Drew Dwyer's going to be punting from his own end zone. Hey, you know, a good team. Badin's got a good defensive team. You know, and when you got a good defensive team, the longer the game goes on, the stronger defensive players get. You know, once they know your tendencies and know how to stop you, the stronger the defense gets. Okay, it's a nice snap, low kick. It's going to be returnable. You know, the kid picked the ball up. London had 2 or 3 guys come right by him. Mike Harris in on that stop. But it didn't look like anybody could get footing enough to get over in front of him.
Well, he ran by about 2-3 of London's players there.
now it's time. I know it's early in the third quarter, but it's time for London to show what they got here on defense. They can't give up a touchdown right now.
They got to put a defensive stand together right now.
They're running that power play to the outside.
Oh, man.
And brought down by Nathan Dorn and Pete Robinson over there.
Dollar is starting to play that inside to that end, because that's where they've been cutting it and burning London, and they just stepped him outside that time.
You know, the main thing you got to do on those power plays and on that stuff around the ends, you've got to get somebody outside to turn the play back in. And that time London didn't have anybody out there to turn that back in. It's a T formation, double tight end package, and it's a fullback off of this side. Nice tackle by DJ Jackson.
DJ Jackson on the spot.
And that was that. Instead of giving that ball to the trailing halfback, they just give it to the fullback. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
You know, DJ's only about 5'11" and 195, and he makes a lot of tackles on that right there on the line of scrimmage. Uses that speed.
Right, that's why they got him in there, to utilize that speed, and they're just running it off this side. Got a tackle by Pete Robinson. DJ Jackson was in on that, and my man Jason Noble. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5 yards. I look for him to run that power play again, Darby.
Right. London's fans coming alive right here. This is what they need. They need to stop them right here and get some momentum back.
We need to get into this.
There they go.
You got London bunched up on that line of scrimmage in their goal line defense. It's a fumble. He got the first down. I tell you what, it was a lousy handoff. The ball went up in the air and went right back down in the halfback's hands. Quarterback fell down. He gained approximately 3 yards on that. That was 1 yard more than he needed. You know, London was bunched up in the middle, thinking they was going to run that ball to the middle, and they took it outside.
All right.
Badin's going to have first down on London's 18-yard line. We got to get tough in here. Crossbuck.
Good tackle there. Who's in there, Zeke? Noble.
Yeah, it might have been Pete Robinson in on that tackle. I've been trying to see with all that mud and the upstairs man called Noble. Well, we got to buckle down. It's bringing up 2nd down and 8. London's really got to buckle down here. We've got to at least stop them and make them try a kick. They're running it off this side again. You got Jason Noble and Dusty Hubbard, Ty Dowler, and DJ Jackson.
It's going to be about 3rd and 5, Zeke.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. Gain of 2 yards that time. Ball's resting on the 15-yard line. London has to stop it right here.
That's right.
They can't give them anything close because they're in 2-down territory.
Right.
If they decide that their kicker is out of their range, they got to stop them right here and make them kick. Okay, we got a shift. We got an illegal shift. 2
men moving.
Okay, we're gonna. I believe the line judge there had to ask the head official if that was illegal, because he didn't ever throw a flag. They're doing a shift again. Motion to the right. That's that big tight end. Just he's looking for that big tight end. He's got it. First down. You know, Darby, that uncovered, and we saw it up here uncovering.
Right.
And London just didn't have anybody over on him. You know, London's got a pretty fair-sized tight end themselves, but this boy goes 6'3" and 215, and he also plays defensive back for him.
Well, London right now defensively they look really flat there, see.
1st and 5. You know, we have to do this. There has to be a stop here.
Good tackle.
Jackson.
DJ Jackson.
Jackson squirted through there and got him for about a 1-yard loss.
Joe Coughlin, the ball carrier. DJ Jackson.
You know, you would think DJ would do a lot as far as the offense is concerned, but he's done a lot defensively in the last 3 to 4 games that we've watched him in there, Zeke.
Well, the more he gets involved, the better he'll get. They're running off that side. Pete Robinson made a touchdown saving tackle along with Ty Dowler. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 on London's 4-yard line. You got time just running away in this 3rd quarter. It's down to 5 minutes. Yeah, they mark that on the 3-yard line, so this is kind of like where you'd rest that ball on an extra point. They got a T formation. I look for them to come left this time. Yeah. Just
and
okay.
Stopped him.
All right, no gain. Let's see if Badin elects. Yeah, they got their field goal kicker. They got their field goal kicker coming on the field. You know, the thing of it is, Darby, if a field goal makes this 10-0, that makes London has to score twice. I don't look for them to fake it or anything. I look for them to attempt this, because this is just like an extra point. They're placing the ball down on the 10-yard line. It's going to be a 20-yard kick. The only thing we can hope for is a little bit of slippery here or something. It's weak, but it's good. Right down the middle.
You know, see, this is what I don't understand, Zeke. You're only down 10-0. They look really flat, and they look like they act like they're being blown away here. I just don't understand this at all, Zeke.
Well, you know, we've watched this team all year long get behind. They trailed early in quite a few of the ball games in the first part of the season, and they come out and managed to win these games pretty decisively. So, you know, you can't count them out. You know, Mike Harris can get you a touchdown anytime. Drew Dwyer, Jared Alexander, Tyler Hamilton, Sean Kahn, all the big guys up in the middle. You know, we've got no problem with 10 points. We need to take this kickoff here and get some good field position out of it. We can't let that ball go down on the 5-yard line again. You know, you can look out there on Badin's side there and see a lot of white, clean clothes there. That's the guys that haven't played much. Yep. You know, their kicker here, he's only been on the field about 3 times, but 2 of them he scored points on. One was an extra point and one of them was a field goal. Okay, London's got their guys up pretty close this time because he didn't kick that ball very far last time. Right. And the ball just fell off the tee. I know London has made some changes in the locker room at halftime, so we ought to see maybe some changes in the offense here. You know, we took that ball down on the 3-yard line to start the ball game. We need to get that ball out in the middle of the field here so we can run some different plays.
Get him some room back there to work with a little bit.
Hey, we got him approaching the ball. He kicks it down the middle. It's there it is again. There it is again. Mike didn't look like he wanted to pick that ball up. DJ Jackson picked it up and returned it to the 12-yard line. You know, Darby, we're here. We're in the state playoffs. We're down 10-0. It's time for our seniors to step it up.
That's right.
You know,
lead them down the field for a touchdown.
Mike looked like he didn't want any part of that kick. He kind of stepped aside, hoping DJ would pick it up.
You know, it seems like almost that London's planning that, though. They give it to DJ because Mike usually returns those kicks.
Okay, we're taking the ball on the London's 12-yard line with Harris deep in the backfield and 2 wideouts here. He's going to pass the ball. He's got Tyler Hamilton. It's going to get intercepted. Tyler Hamilton made a nice material tackle. That's going to give Badin the ball on London's 30-yard line.
That hurts, Zeke.
You know, we got 3 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and he threw a pass to Tyler Hamilton that time, and I don't know, I'd have to go back through our statistics. I don't know how many Tyler's caught for the season.
I don't know.
But that was an attempt. I think it was just trying to fake Badin out by trying to go to Tyler. That was a gain off the right side of 5 yards. You got Drew Dwyer and DJ Jackson. You know, Jackson's getting his name called quite a bit here the second half on defense. You know, we're right out there right now, and we're very dull. Yep. There's no emotions at all out there. You know, this is do or die. We got to stop them now. We're running that guy off the wide side. He's going to take it. He's got to be caught.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Badin. 23-yard touchdown run by Badin. We had Sean Kahn trying to make tackle, and I think Sean's hurt. That's going to kill us. If Sean can't go, that's going to hurt. Okay, he's up. It looks like a wrist. Yeah, that's going to give Badin 16, London 0, with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the third quarter. That brings the field goal or extra point team in for Badin to try a point after. You know, this team here is gaining yards on London outside.
Right.
A lot of the teams early in the year, good. Kick was good. Yeah, it looks like his kicker gets more powerful as the game goes on.
You know, he's kicked a lot of balls here in the last couple of minutes, and your leg starts to loosen up a little bit more. We can get a little bit more leg into it.
Well, right now, Badin has a 17-point lead. That's 3 scores. London's got to have 3 scores. They got to play some defense. When they get on defense and get some turnovers, and when they're on offense, they can't afford any mistakes now. They've got to come out and just push the ball down the field. They can't afford any mistakes.
They need to have a good return right here, Zeke. You know, this seems like where all their problems have occurred this second half is this kick return.
Well, you got Harris and Jackson back to receive the kick. Well, in a muddy field in this kind of weather, you can't take the ball on the 5-yard line or the 10-yard line. You at least got to get that ball on about the 20 and try to return it. You can't let that ball go any deeper. Hey, you know, the rain has stopped here, but the field's just a quagmire out there. It's just a mess. You know, Badin got a 17-point lead, and Badin's got a good defensive ball team, so we're just going to have to see London come out and stick to the guns. There he is. He's kicking it away this time. We got Josh Burns taking that kick that time. Now, he got a decent return. We're going to start over here with the ball on the 35-yard line.
London right now, they gotta go back to what they've been doing. They were doing earlier in the year, and they did last week, and that's mix it up. Run the football, some short passes to Drew, some easy completed passes, and keep running the football.
You know, we're 3 scores down with 14 and a half minutes left to go in the ball game. We didn't have to throw that long pass a little while ago. We can do it. He's got a slant in. Interference.
There it is.
You know, that was unanimous. We had 3 guys throwing their flags that time. That ball looked like a knuckleball. A little bit of humor out of the stadium announcer here. going to give London a first down that moves that ball to the 50-yard line.
First down, Red Raiders.
Okay, now that was the best game we've had this second half, Darby.
They moving the sticks, and that's all that counts there, Zeke.
First down of the second half for London. You know, we can't give them back the ball with good field position.
That's right.
Okay, we got I formation. Pitch here to Mike. Good block, good block.
Good run. Oh, look out.
You know, they ran him out of bounds real far that time. You know, it's not anything that we're not used to. We've seen the other teams take us out of bounds all through the season.
All right.
Why should it change now? That's going to bring up second down and 2. Mike had his footing that time and gained 8 yards. That was a real nice run.
Right. Well, we're starting to put it together a little bit here, Zeke.
Okay, we're going to bring Harris up the middle.
First down.
First down.
Harris, the ball carrier.
That stops the clock while they move the chains. You know, we're just thinking here that after the ball game, we're going to have trouble. We're going to have trouble getting out of these parking lots. I mean, it's a total mess out there, and they've got everybody parking out in the middle of grass fields. We've noticed a couple of big records setting around the ballpark already with their pocketbooks open. You know, I can't tell you enough how nice this complex is. The seating formation, the new cork track that they got down there. This is just a lovely place to play football. Hey, we had an officials time out there. We're ready to start now. You know, London has to be ready here. We can't sit here and let this clock run and not run plays. We got to get up to the line of scrimmage and run plays. They didn't even have the right personnel on the field. Now we have Alexander running on at the last second. We're going to have a blitz. A blitz.
He didn't even see him coming there, Zeke, until the last minute.
We had 52 playing outside linebacker for Badin. He just come in uncontested off that right side on a blitz. And nobody even saw him. Even Sean didn't see him. That play was really slow developing.
Yep.
We're coming out there on first down, going into passing formation. You know, we lost 8 yards that time, and it's just uncalled for right now to worry about. Now we got it. A little pass out here. Mike just made the best he could out of it for no gain at all.
Harris, the ball carrier.
Look at them sidelines, Darby, and tell me what you see down there. I mean, it's solid mud.
It's like a pig pen there, Zeke.
Yeah, it's like my old grandpappy used to tell me all the time, you could screw up a hog waller. We're setting in here, third down and 15. Yeah, this is automatic passing down.
Oh boy. They got a third of football.
Let's see if London's offense recognizes the blocking scheme here. It's a sack. Loss of 12, 13 yards there.
See, they're just not getting any blocking there when it comes to that pass.
Well, it's all slow developing. It's just all slow developing. You know, if you're going to run some passes, you got to try some quick shots. You just don't have the footing for your receivers or footing for the quarterback to do those deep drop backs.
Right.
You know, your receivers at the best are going to get downfield 10 or 12 yards. London has to take a timeout. This Badin team, as we was talking before, as the game goes on, their defense is getting stronger and stronger. actually, the second half is not too bad. We don't have any more rain, but that field's already taking a toll. I mean, it's just a mess out there. The sidelines are solid mud and water. Down the middle of the field's just a solid mud. So we got Drew Dwyer back to kick.
Drew looked like he was looking for a dry spot to stand in.
Tell you, right where he's at, it's hard to find a dry spot. Oh, we got illegal motion on London center. I think he tried to center it and the ball just slipped out of his hand, and then he just double clutched it.
Can't do that?
That looked like something we used to do when we was a kid, Darby, have that little center sneak.
I thought they were doing something funny there, Zeke. I was about ready to start yelling.
Well, it was a little strange there. Okay, it's 4th down and 38 yards, and the ball's resting on London's 32-yard line. I just need to get Drew to give us a nice, decent kick, yeah. Oh, this is his best kick of the night. It just hit and died on Badin's 32-yard line. That looked like that chip shot I like to do in golf up onto the green and just make it lie right there beside the cup. That was a nice putt. Okay, now we gotta get that ball back. We gotta force a turnover on them with that ball deep in the territory. Okay, we're gonna come to the end of the third quarter. Badin 17, the Red Raiders 0. That's got the teams changing ends of the field here.
You know, Zeke, right now with Hamilton Badin, the way their defense is playing right now, like you said, they got to have a turnover, something big happen on defense.
You know, the thing of it is, Darby, you can't. It's tough to pass tonight.
Right.
And with a 17-point lead, all Badin has to do is hold on to the football. Run the clock and hold on to the football. London's got to force a turnover. You know, this is something, though, we're not used to. We've had real nice weather conditions the whole season up until last week, and the second half got a little messy up there at Xenia. But today, we're not used to this kind of weather. We got the coaches coming off the field. London on defense. Badin has the ball on their own 32-yard line. And they're just coming out in that T formation. I just look for it right and left is all I look for. Yeah, half back to the right. Good stop. And Nathan Dorn in on top of that tackle. Jason Noble getting up and... Yeah, number 54 in there also, Adam Fincham, or excuse me, number 74, Brad Ruthford. Bring up second down at about 9. Now they've got everybody up on the line of scrimmage except one back here, and they got motion coming our way. Right up the middle, I tell you what, he almost lost it. They got face mask on London. He almost lost that football. He was juggling it on the way through the middle. It's going to be a face mask against London.
Give him the first down.
Face mask against the Red Raiders.
You know, when it's going the opposite direction, Darby, everything goes wrong. They miss 2 kickoffs that cost them dearly. They had a nice stop that time for about a 1-yard gain, and they got a major face mask penalty, which is a 15-yarder, and that's going to give Badin the ball on London's 49-yard line. You know, we need a pick. We need to get a fumble, or we need to get an interception, and I'm sure Badin's not going to try to pass the football. Crossbuck, he's open. He's wide in the open. He's still going. You know, that's a gain of about 24 yards there. Sean Kahn had a hold of him and just couldn't hold him. We had to have help from the other two defensive backs. Dusty Hubbard come all the way from the defensive line to make that stop with Nathan Dorn.
Well, if Hamilton Badin puts one in right now, it's looking very dreary.
Well, you know, they went out last week and blanked Hamilton Ross 28-0.
Right.
So they're used to playing defense and used to scoring some points. Crossbuck.
Oh!
Adam Fincham put a helmet in the middle there and made a nice stop.
That running back is going to remember number 54 for a long time. I heard that crack clear up here, Zeke.
Fincham on the crush.
Fincham on the crush. Whoa.
Bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball's resting on London's 25-yard line. We got Noble just cheating up. Crossbuck.
Good tackle. Looked like DJ Jackson.
I don't know if Nathan Dorn knew who had the football or not, but he tackled one of them big tackles about 7 yards downfield that time. Hey, it's 3rd down and 7. You know, I need to see a stop here, Darby.
That's right.
You know, I think we might be out of this guy's field goal range, so it's probably in 2-down territory. We got to stop here. I'll tell you, it's a mess out here, guys. Oh, we got motion. We got motion on Badin. You know, we was telling you there's a couple of big wreckers out here. We got a big Greyhound bus. Evidently, it came in from Badin. And with 9 minutes left to go here in the 4th quarter, we got that big wrecker pulling him out of the parking lot. If we get a lot of cars moving at one time out there, it's just going to be a total mess. Yep. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12, or excuse me, 14. Yeah, I just hope that Darby's new Cadillac doesn't get ruined tonight, trying to get out all this mud. Hey, we got him coming this way. I tell you, Mike, you got to stop him, baby.
Got him.
Good stop, Mike Harris. That's a gain of about 5 yards, going to bring up 4th down and about 8.
Mike Harris.
3rd down and about 2 there, Zeke.
Excuse me, 4th down and about 2. He picked up the better part of 15 yards that time. They're going to go for it. You know, Mike actually made a touchdown saving tackle that time. He got that material.
I'm going to put the stop on right here.
You know, I look for a crossbuck.
That's right.
They pull back up the middle, first down. First down.
Trying to throw in the ball carrier. DJ Jackson on the tackle.
You know, London's not playing with any heart tonight. There's just no enthusiasm out there, Darby.
You know, we said that at the beginning of the second half that it looked really flat. And, you know, we got 8 minutes left here, and Hamilton Badin's driving for another one. You just can't give up the boat now.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have that ball on London's 15-yard line. We got to stop it now. To have any kind of prayer at all, we got to stop it now. He's going outside. Nathan Dorn's going to have to stop this. Gain of 9 yards.
Nathan Dorn on the tackle.
You know, we're not seeing any, and we didn't see it in the first half. We're not getting any outside containment.
You know, in the first half, the ends were out there, and they were just turning it up and going right off tackle with it. Now it seems like they're trying to cheat to the inside, and they're getting burnt to the outside.
Tell you what, we got people leaving the stands right now. London people leaving the stands. You got people leaving on the Badin side. We got a quarterback sneak. That's the first quarterback sneak we've seen all night. Gary, we got one quarterback sneak for you.
TJ Jackson on the tackle.
We got timeout for a measurement here. Officials timeout. According to scoreboard, it's second down and about a yard. Yeah, that's what they got. A third down and a yard.
Well, Gary, we missed you the last couple of weeks, and hope you'll be a lot better.
Okay, we got T formation, third down and 1. We got another quarterback sneak. He got the first down that time. Gary, there's 2 of them for you, buddy. You know, Badin's just actually come out here tonight and run the football. They haven't did any real major passing. They've completed a couple of passes, but they've run the ball. London's had some turnovers, but still Badin has put together a fine game. T formation, just that power play to the outside, touchdown Badin. That makes the score Badin 23, London 0.
Joe Cumble for the touchdown.
One thing about the playoffs, Darby, there's no tomorrow in the playoffs.
That's right.
If you can't get up for a playoff game, there's you know, no reason not to be up for a ball game like this.
You know, they're down 23-0 with the extra point, make it 24-0, but you know, they only got 6 minutes left. For them to come back right now, yeah, it's pretty dreary, but
good.
Right now, you know, if you're a senior, you got to play with everything until that clock says 0-0 on there. You got to give it everything you got. If you're a senior, this is your last game. You got it, and you want to put at least a couple points, if not 1, if 2 on the board, and make it look like a game.
Well, you got 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll just have to see here. You know, London could possibly put a couple of scores up.
Right.
The way the footing is and the way the holding onto the football, you're not going to pass the ball on this kind of stuff. Not unless you do some little quick passes over the middle. The receivers just don't have enough footing to get those deep patterns. You know, this kicker's been a pretty busy man tonight, yep. Darby. You know, we still got a bunch of loyal fans here, though. We've got a bunch still sticking around, yep. Even though there's 6 minutes left in the game. London ought to punch a couple across. Let's you know, see them take this kick off and take it down and score. Okay, you got Badin kicking off, and we got all sides Badin.
You know, Zegan, it looked like it was going to be one of our best return there.
Yeah, that was his best kickoff of the whole night. He actually got it to the deep man. We got them lining up to try it again here. It's going to bring London up to the 55 instead of the 50. Or excuse me, I know there's not a 55. They're going to bring it up to the 45 of Badin's. Excuse me.
He's been learning from Gary.
Well, now how many yards are there on the field, Darby?
100.
There you go. You can't get to 100 without counting to 55.
Oh, okay. Gary was a good one for the 55-yard line. Remember that, Carl?
Gary, we're still thinking about you up here, buddy. We just wish you all the best of luck and hope for a speedy recovery.
It's always fun doing these playoff games and the away games. We got Carl right beside us when we're doing these games, and he always has those little comments that you might not be able to hear, but always make you a side split sometimes.
Okay, we got Badin ready to kick off again with 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Okay, we got him in motion. It's up, and it's the worst kick. Josh Burns gets another one. Nice tackle. Josh takes that ball back to the 42-yard line. That took approximately 4 seconds off the clock there.
London really has to go into a conserve the time offense, getting out of bounds, and you know, let's face it, they're going to have to throw the football.
Well, you got the clock running right now. You got to be up to the line of scrimmage when that head linesman turns his hand.
Got the ball behind Mike Harris.
You know, Sean had trouble with his footing that time and couldn't completely get turned around. And when he did, he had a rush on him, and he just threw that ball behind Mike. Yeah, that stops the clock with 5 minutes, 7 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Sean hasn't really all night been able to really set up and really throw a good football. That's the biggest problem when he doesn't have the rush come right in his face right now. He's not able to get his footing.
Well, you know, we've seen it all night long. He doesn't have time to pass. He's getting there's that screen pass to Teal. He's out of bounds over there. You know, the guy that tackled him was down on the ground and got back up and made a stop. London had a guy out there blocking. You know, I looked around that time. I saw Dwyer peeling back in the backfield. I looked for Harris, and I thought one of those two guys was going to get that screen play, but Brad ended up with the football. Well, that got us back to the, that gave us 4 yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Just a handoff to Mike Harris.
He's got the first down.
Number 88 come up for Badin and made a nice pop. Now, right now, Darby, while they move the chains, the clock is stopped. London needs to already have a play called and get ready up to that line of scrimmage.
24 points. Got to start conserving that clock.
Now it's running. We've already ran 10 seconds off the clock and haven't even snapped the football. Kahn under center. He's back. He's just throwing a quick one out to Alexander.
Get out of bounds.
Now, he didn't get out of bounds. The referee, he stopped the clock. He stopped the clock just now. At first he was winding. They called it incomplete. I don't understand that. It just looked to me like he caught the ball, turned, and got hit. I don't understand that. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. You got a wide out to both sides. Teal and Harris in the backfield. Kahn's dropping, and he's rolling left. Pass to Dwyer.
Dwyer didn't have a chance.
gain of maybe a half a yard that time. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. You know, I was watching the other side of the field that time with Kahn rolling this way, and it looked like he could have thrown back to Harris. If they've got that kind of like a screen pass back that side to Harris, that would be a kind of a wise play to try. Going to run a draw play. Mike's going to have to ad-lib here. Get him a block, Sean Kahn. Pass to North, no going. That number 72 was so far downfield. Yeah, they called it an illegal lineman downfield.
Mike right now just trying to make something out of nothing. I mean, they're just trying to get something going here.
You know, we saw Mike do that a couple of times during regular season. A couple of times he was fortunate it didn't get seen. The lineman didn't get seen downfield. Right. But he also had that called on him a couple of times too. And you got a crack officiating crew tonight. The head man, clear back in the backfield, saw number 72 walking back to the huddle and throwed his flag out there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9. They have declined a penalty. I'll be kind of curious to see what kind of stats London's put up this ball game. You got double wide out to the right, Dwyer split here to the left, I formation. Need some blocking, guys. Quarterback draw. He's not going to get it. No. Number 77 for Badin. Just took Sean's feet out from underneath. Okay, London's going to put their defense on the field for the last 4 minutes of the ball game. Badin's bringing in their second team quarterback. He's a junior, 5'9", 160-pound, Bill Brady.
Boy, he's got a white uniform on.
Yeah, we need to do something about that white uniform, Darby. Fumble. Darby, that ball went through the quarterback's legs, bounced right up into the halfback hands. He picked up 9 yards.
Nick Yorty, the ball carrier. Mike Harris on the tackle.
Now that keeps the clock running with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. It brings Badin up to the line. You know, maybe that quarterback didn't want to get dirty there, but he sure did. Look at the side of his pants there. He fumbled it again, and then he picks it up, and he picks up the 1st down on his own. You know, coach is probably thinking over there, it's a good thing there's only 2:58 left to go in the ball game. I'd hate to have to put my first team quarterback back in there.
You know things are going right for you, Zeke, when you can fumble the ball twice and still get a 1st down out of it.
Right. You know, I'm not saying Badin's not a fine ball team. They are a fine ball team, but it just seems like with the weather the way it is and everything that they've got some of the breaks, and London's put that ball out on the carpet a few times, had a couple of miscues by not fielding the ball on kickoffs,
right, and
it's broke their back. You got clocks just running with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. Badin stepping up to the line of scrimmage. He fumbled it again. He's down. He went down on one knee when he picked that football up, so he's not allowed to advance it. That's 3 plays in a row. You know, we used to have a saying for that back when I played Darby, that you was on an Easter egg hunt. You take care. Got 1 minute 56 seconds left to go in the ball game. Badin's up on the line. London's in a 6-man front with 4 backs up close and 1 deep back, which is Kahn. He fumbled it again.
Bill Brady, the ball carrier.
Now that stopped the clock. Okay, it's second down and 10. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty on the Badin Rams. So it's going to bring second down and 15 with 1:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. You know, the quarterback hadn't run a play really, and he's just as dirty as can be there. There he goes, his first handoff. Adam Fincham made a nice stop right in the middle of the line with Noble on an assist, and Brad Rutherford. You know, I want to congratulate London on a fine season. They had a really nice season with a 10-0 regular season. They put 4 or 5 boys on the first string district team and a couple of guys on the honorable mention team. So they've actually had a real fine season. Run for Badin off the left side for a gain of about 5 yards. There's about 50 seconds left to go in the game. London has really had a fine season, and we just want to congratulate them. And I want to thank Gary McNeil for letting me be part of this year. I hope I've done a great job, and I tell you what, I've really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed working with Gary, and I've enjoyed working with Darby and Carl. It's just been a great season for me. It's given me a chance to see a different perspective of London football being up in the air all year long. And I want to congratulate the coaches on a fine season, Coach Dobmeyer, Coach Emmets, and the rest of the staff. They just did a wonderful job this year. Stop there by Noble and Hubbard there.
Zeke, let me get something in. You know, I feel the same way you do. You know, you hate to see it end this way, but this team put together the 10-0. They've done a great job this year. And, you know, I had a great time doing it with you. It's the first time I've done it with somebody else other than Martin. It kind of threw me off first couple of times, but I really enjoyed doing the games with you. And, you know, and Gary and Carl get better every year that we do this thing. And they're just superb when it comes to doing these football games.
And we want to thank all the people in the community and outside the community that donated money for this new camera. And it's really made the production top class this year. It's really been nice to have this new camera, so we really want to thank the people that donated towards this camera. It's really nice. Okay, we got 5 seconds left to go in the game. Coach Dobmeyer called a timeout to get one last play set up here. Badin's just back in that prevent defense. Gary, I just hope you get well real quick, and I'll see you as quick as possible, buddy. Okay, you got Kahn going under center. You got Harris and Teal in the backfield. Alexander left, Brett North right. He's just giving it to Harris up the middle. That's the ball game. Badin 24, London 0.
Final score, Hamilton Badin Rams 24, London Red Raiders 7.